Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando
o Inglês no rádio.
I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Hey, Alexia.
Hey, Foster, how are you?
I am doing great. I just arrived at my parents' lake house. My parents have a little cabin type thing in the mountains in South Carolina.
Lake house.
Yeah, you've been here. It's a nice place.
Yes, I love this place. I am a little bit afraid of sleeping there all by myself, but I'm fine.
Why are you afraid of sleeping here?
Because there are a lot of animals, right? And they are not cute. And because it's too dark and no one is there at all.
What animals do we have that are not cute? Squirrels, deer,
And,
geese.
well, that deer tried to attack us.
Yeah, he was just protecting his family.
Yes, I know, and I super agree with that. I'm okay. I'm down to that.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that.
Yeah. So a great phrasal verb. If you are down with something, that means that you are cool with that you are ready to go, that you agree with it.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Alexia, I am here for one reason, because I have to leave my parents' house because I'm kind of going crazy. Secondly, this is where we recorded most of Sound School, our pronunciation course. And right now, we are finishing the worksheets for Inglês no rádio. We are transforming every episode of Inglês no rádio into just English learning material, gold, Lucky Charms, and it's going to be amazing. So I have to go to the woods and lock myself in a cabin for a few days to finish everything.
Yes. Almost 1 year. 1 year. Oh my God.
Oh
One atrás.
my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
1 year ago.
Amor.
Almost
Thank
1 year
you.
ago.
1 year ago. We were there. That's true.
Yeah. And you'll be back here soon. So
Yes.
for those of you who do not know, Alexia is coming my way very soon. In just a couple weeks, she will be in the States, which means we will record tons of podcasts, lots of videos. The quality will be a lot better because we're in the same place. And I get to see Alexia. Yeah.
Yay. I'm so happy. So
Me too.
excited. Yes.
I'm very excited. Okay. But before that, we got to continue talking about vowels.
Uh-huh.
So, in previous episodes, we talked about the two basic kind of sounds in English, vowels and consonants, right?
Right.
And if you remember correctly, to produce a vowel, what we're doing is we're making a sound, but we are not stopping the airflow in any way, shape, or form. Okay?
That's true. Uh-huh.
So when we have a vowel, we're saying something like ah, e, and we're not stopping the sound. So then we have consonants where we stop the sound, like t, p, k, f, etc. Right?
Right.
And then within the categories of vowels, we have fixed vowels and moving vowels. Do you remember the difference between those?
Yes. Fixed vowels, you had the same sound during the word, like he, she, we.
Mm-hmm.
And
Perfect.
moving vowels is when you change, like they, they.
Exactly, that's perfect. So fixed vowels, you are maintaining the same sound the whole time, like e, u, I. And you're not changing, you're not moving your mouth into another position. But with moving vowels, you're actually making two sounds that come together, they combine together just to make one sound really fast. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have all of that. Perfect. I think we're on the same page. But just to kind of give a revision, and I don't know, I had a Spanish professor a long time ago. There's a famous phrase in English that says practice makes perfect. Have you heard that?
A prática faz a perfeição, sim.
Yeah. So he would say,
The same expression in Portuguese.
yeah, I imagined. So he says, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. The more you practice, the more it sticks. So today I just wanted to go a little bit deeper into vowels because they really are the most difficult thing for anyone learning English and normally the most important thing for anyone learning any new language.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. So, Alexia, there are 3 things that define a vowel. So, essentially, 3 qualities that make a vowel, and 3 characteristics that can change one vowel and differentiate it from another vowel. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The first thing, and probably the most important thing, is tongue position.
Mm-hmm.
So when you make sounds in your mouth, you're probably not aware of this, but you are moving your tongue. And you can move your tongue in a lot of different ways. But for
it is a serious episode, amor.
it is very serious. Vowels,
Yeah.
it's a life or death situation.
Okay, so tongue position, it depends where your tongue is. Okay.
Right. Linguistically speaking, you can do 4 things with your tongue. You can move your tongue up, down, forward, or backwards.
Uh-huh.
And most of my students, the way that they try to think about this is thinking about how open their mouth is. But if you really think about it, your tongue is your strongest muscle in your body. So they say, I think like pound for pound per capita, your tongue is extremely strong. But when you move your tongue down, your mouth automatically is more open, right?
That's true. I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. And when you move your tongue forward, you automatically kind of make a smiling movement. Yeah? Are you doing that right now?
I'm trying. Forward, you mean what?
Para frente. Like put your tongue almost out of your mouth without going out of your mouth.
Ah, ok. Botar a língua pra fora pouquinho. Tá.
É. Então, a sua língua pode ir para baixo, para frente, para trás ou para cima, né?
Sim.
Okie dokie. This is really difficult because you can't see your tongue, right? So if I tell you to do something with your hands, like let's imagine I'm teaching you to play piano or guitar or something, and I say, okay, Alexia, press this key here, put your hand here, your right hand here, this finger there. You know what you're doing because you can see your hand, and you just know that.
Mm-hmm.
We can't see our tongues, which makes it really, really hard. But I promise, if you develop the capacity to understand where your tongue is in your mouth, languages are like super easy. It makes things so much easier. I think that is the principal difference between people that are really good with languages and people that have a lot of trouble hearing different sounds is some people have great control of their tongues.
Yes, because they understand the word that they are saying.
Yeah. So let's try to give some examples of tongue position. Let's say the ah vowel. This sound ah, it exists in Portuguese and in English. In Portuguese, just like prato, chato. And in English, in words like father, job, rot, mop. Those are random words. But think about the sound ah. Just say that with me. Ah. Okay. Think about where is your tongue. Relax everything. Relax your mouth. Relax your tongue. When your tongue is in a neutral position, let's call that the middle, the center, the neutral position. And then when you say ah, what is your tongue doing? Is it going up, down, forward, backwards?
Não, tá embaixo, atrás de gente. Ah.
Yeah, tá embaixo. So your tongue position is really down.
Yes,
right?
It's really down. Yeah.
Yes. So if we want to be precise about it, it is down and back. Think about this. Down and back. This is hard to do on a podcast, which is all audio, but you're saying ah, ah, ah. If you keep your tongue the same position in terms of height, so your tongue is not moving up, it's only moving forward, listen what happens. I'm saying ah, ah, and then I push my tongue forward, pra frente, it goes ah, 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 ah. And then if I keep pushing it forward, it goes ah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
try that.
É, a, a.
The point of this crazy exercise here is just to recognize that when you move your tongue, the sound changes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take another example. Think about the sound. This also exists more or less the exact same in Portuguese and English. In English, we have words like bed, read, head, said. And then in Portuguese, you have like pois é, né?
É.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So when you say where do you think your tongue is, more or less?
Under, and the same, under, behind my teeth.
Yes, yes. So you don't really need to make the relationship with your teeth because with vowels, your tongue is never going to go in front of your teeth. The only time that happens in English is with the TH sound.
Yeah.
Which is another issue. We've recorded many episodes about the TH. But for now, let's just think of like bed. Say the word bed.
Bed.
And now let's just change one sound and say the word bead.
Bead.
So you have e, e.
E, I. Uh-huh.
Okay. So what is your tongue doing? This will probably be difficult for you. But if you start with and you go to and then you push it to e, in what direction are you pushing it when you say e?
E. This is so difficult.
It is very difficult because you never thought about what your tongue is doing.
And now I'm remembering my experience with the fonoaudiólogo.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's the same thing.
Exactly. No, just a quick note. Alexia and I both had experience with a, how do we say that in English? A speech therapist. That's how we say it in English. A speech therapist. Kind of ridiculous. But
fonoaudiólogo, it's hard as well.
Yeah.
Speech therapist.
Phonologist, maybe we say that as well. But when I was a little kid, I could not say S's. So I could not say scissors. I would say thithith. So, yeah, it made me cry when I was a kid, too. And it still hurts.
Yes. Yes, eu tinha língua presa também. 3 months going almost every day to the fonoaudióloga.
And now you don't have a língua presa, right? You speak perfectly.
No,
beautifully.
I don't. I think so.
Yeah. So língua presa in English, we say a lisp.
Lisp.
Perfect. Yeah. So one day you had a língua presa, then you went to this magical lady and she said, no, don't do this with your tongue. You need to think about your tongue position. You need to change it. You need to train every day physically. Pronunciation is a physical activity.
Yes.
You stopped doing that forever, and now you talk like a normal person. And you did all that when you were like 5 years old. That's more or less exactly what we try to do with our sound school students.
Exactly, yes. But it's the same thing. You are being aware of what you're doing with your mouth, because it's the only part, almost the only part that you can communicate properly. So
yes, it is very similar. Speech therapy, phonology are kind of at the heart of all pronunciation training.
Mm-hmm.
Returning to the topic, Alexia, if you start at the sound like bed, red, head, and then you go to the sound of e, like bead, he, she, we, me, etc. When you are saying the e sound, moving from the sound, what you are doing is you're pushing your tongue forward and up. So when you say e, my tongue is at the very top of my mouth, at the roof of my mouth, and very to the front, almost coming out of my mouth, but not quite.
Okay.
Yeah, so just do this with me. I know it's crazy. Say e.
Ei.
Mm-hmm. Now say yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. When you say yeah, what is your tongue doing?
Tá indo de cima para baixo.
Exactly. So it's going down and actually it's going a little bit back. So yeah, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so that is the first step of just having this awareness about what is happening in your mouth when you're making different sounds. And at first, you will have no idea like what this means, what I'm talking about, but I promise some students that I've been working with for a few months, I can just say things immediately like, "Oh, put your tongue back a little bit," and they can automatically hear the difference between beach and bitch. And it's something they could never do in the past. And then when you recognize exactly what your tongue is doing, where it is in your mouth, these things become extremely easy, much easier.
Perfect. Yes.
Perfect. Cool. So, Alexia, I think that is enough for today. If you're listening, just play around with your tongue a little bit. Just go crazy. Go la 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 la. Yeah, hey. And try to think about where your tongue is. Then tomorrow we will talk about lip roundedness and nasality. Sound good?
Sound good. Perfect.
Sound good. We're talking about sounds, Bigua.
Sim, amor. Okie dokie, so see you tomorrow.
Okay, bye, Alexia.